Last day of the last day of
Happy Winter Solstice. Oh, welcome into Brother R.A.'s world. Yep, I took that hit. You saw it right here. And where are we? We are on whoops, did I cut that right? Yeah, there we are. CCTV with Brother R.A., the brother who has a lot to say each and every day. And we're going to have to turn off that music and come back into my world. Okay? This is where we are. And yes, welcome. Oh, it's 1 minute and 29 seconds, 1 minute and 30 seconds in. I took my hit. I said happy winter solstice. Oh yeah. Now, wait a minute. Winter solstice, what does that mean? What is the winter solstice? Let's show you exactly what the winter solstice is. That means the earth itself is straight up and down. And look, you see the axis of, now this is tomorrow. This is tomorrow, the winter solstice here on this planet. Okay, and the planet is 23 degrees offset. How is that determined? Who knows this? How did that information get out there? Wow! Education equals success. But you gotta learn, not to earn, but you gotta learn for yourself. Do you know who you are? Now, I haven't forgotten where I left off from last week. But let's deal with the number 6 in just a second. Everyone's getting ready for this X-mess nonsense and whatnot. Let's just read a little something from the history of racial injustice. Okay? And I'm just 2017, as y'all can see, and today is the 20th. I have working glasses this week. 1986, Michael Griffith, a 23-year-old black man, is hit by a car and killed after being chased onto a highway by a white mob in Howard Beach, New York. Let's go to yesterday, the 19th. In 1865, South Carolina passes law that requires black servants to enter into labor contracts with white masters to work from dawn to dusk and to maintain a polite demeanor. Let's go to the 18th. 1865, ratification of the 13th Amendment to the United States Constitution, prohibiting slavery and involuntary servitude except as a punishment for crime, is announced. crime is announced. Now, who announces crime? I mean, Mumia Abu Jamal in jail for supposedly murdering an individual, and he's a journalist. And then we have Bill Cosby supposedly doing whatever, but he's not in jail. Now, next year, let me throw this in right now. I'm changing the name of BrotherRA.com. I'm changing on January 3rd, next Wednesday, or the Wednesday when it's January 3rd. The name of the show will become Unsurpassable Justice. Unsurpassable Justice. Now, understand, this legal system that we're dealing with today is, quote unquote, as I see it, just for us, to keep niggas in control. And that's another thing. Let me say that too. I don't mind using the term nigga as long as I can say to myself, I am that I am. This is my world. I am that I am. Just like Moses heard God say, I am that I am. Okay, now I made these points. Now, let's get back to, I have a lot to deal with on today's show. And I'm trying to squeeze it all in on what I call the winter solstice, where even Earth is balanced. There's an equilibrium. There's some, and NASA just found out, I mean, within white knowledge information, they determined that the Earth is 23.4 degrees off center. But let's go to Brother RA's Facebook page. Set a goal so big that you can't achieve it until you grow into the person who can. Set a goal so big that you can't achieve it until you grow into the person who can. Now, can. Exhale. Inhale. One of the points I ended last week's show with is I resent repetition, redundancy, and the definition in Wikipedia on the internet, which may be divided all up and you may not have access to BrotherRA.com or Unsurpassable Justice next year because the internet is divided up and you have to pay to get on the internet, or you have to pay to look up a word, or whatever kind of craziness these individuals create. But repetition, redundant, The definition in Wikipedia says repetition is needless, unnecessary. So, wait a minute. Laverne and Shirley. Laverne, cap on a bottle. Cap on a bottle. Monday through Friday. What did I just read in the calendar? From dusk to dawn. From dawn to dusk. That's what you have to do repetition for. Keep up. I took my hit. Y'all gotta pay attention. So now we move from set goals so big that you can't achieve it until you grow into the person who can. Now, who can grow into that person? I've been very demeaning and derogatory during the year 2017, discussing melanin dominance, melanin dominant black people with a liquid pineal gland, and I don't wish to be competitive. I don't wish to demean and be derogatory, and I'm going to work on that in 2018, not using the description of what I call white people or honkies, or I'm not going to be redundant and use unnecessary or needless verbiage. I will make my points. I want it to be known and understood that white men or white people are black people's children. Period. Point blank, end of story. Two melanin dominant people procreated and their genes were too similar. And that caused the melanin recessive albino child to be bleached white with a calcified pineal gland. So, in understanding the distinction between melanin dominant and melanin recessive inbred mutant albino with a calcified pineal gland, okay, that is to be understood, period. I don't care what religion you are, African Methodist, Catholic, Baptist, Jewish. Oh, yeah. Happy Winter Solstice. Everyone, I mean, I'm going to try to give some respect to Christianity, even though I know it's ass backwards and fucked up. Just as bad as, oh my goodness, I was watching, can y'all see that from there? Let's bring this screen up and come in. Honorable Woman. And there's been a battle between the Palestinians and Israel and the Jews are the ones who had Moses that here, and Christianity came down the line and we had to be slaves and be obedient and we had to have, what did it say? Oh, a polite demeanor. Be a black nigga, which we don't respect. We're going to put you in these separate groups and categories. We're going to have the niggas that go to church that own their homes and have the niggas that go to church that live in the projects. And we're going to separate, divide, and conquer black psychology and so on and so forth. I'm like, honorable woman, Palestine, Israel, black. I'm just making points as they come out. Who are we? And this whole programming is about Brother R.A. tapping into his self, understanding. Wait a minute. Okay, let's go to Facebook again. And as I'm developing so big, such a mindset, 2018, a new era, black men coming into themselves. We're talking about Earth on its axis. Look at how the globe is. The globe has that tilt, like I showed you from the internet. Now, this is a globe that I took a picture of. Now, what you see is the sun shining on that aspect of the world at this particular tilt. Now, as the world revolves on its axis, the sun, the frequency of the sun reaches the earth, and totally melanin dominant people, we are 9/10 the population. Melanin dominant or black people. Now, black people built, wait a minute, that's a step pyramid from Mexico. How did that pyramid get built in Mexico? Wait a minute, the base of the pyramid is a square. A square. What is a square? Wait a minute. First of all, okay, all those that don't wish to observe the winter solstice, and you plan on giving gifts to your children and so on and so forth, here's a gift. You see that? That's a straight line. A ruler. Do children even know how to use a ruler or measure things? If you want your child to be an architect, you have to start planting the seeds in the child's mind now. As they begin to, I mean, can you imagine giving your 13-year-old a ruler? What would that 13-year-old, Ma, I know what a ruler is. Well then, now, step up from a ruler to, what is this? A balance. You see the air bubble? The air bubble will distinguish where balance is, because liquid is always balanced. You have balance in your pineal gland. You who are melanin dominant with liquid in the pineal gland, it's not calcified, you have the ability to become balanced. You have the ability to tap in to who you are. Okay, so those are those gifts there, but dealing with the ruler, the balance, by your 13, 5, 6, 16, your 18-year-old child. Oh, and here's another gift. How do you create a circle? Here, let me show you this first. Can you see that? Alright, there's a square. You need the ruler to draw the square. Right? So you're drawing the square, and now, can you see the light, the faint? I didn't have my Sharpie in the compass. This is a compass, and also this is a compass. This is a whistle. It can tell you which direction is north. Let's see. North is that way. Okay? It's back up. That's north. You're south. Okay? This is a compass. This is a compass. These are tools that you would wish to give your child for the winter solstice because we're reaching unsurpassable justice. Now, if you can see the very faint circle from my pencil around the pyramid or the triangle, geometry was fun as a child. We're talking about straight lines, a circle. I need to make that circle better. Y'all can't see that. I don't feel comfortable. Let's see if I can highlight over with my Sharpie. Highlight over the line of the circle. Now, I did that just with my hand, okay? Now, how did the ancestors who built the pyramids that knew to make a base at the square bottom of the pyramid and then have the pyramid grow up steps? Now, who are you? And which step are you on? Are you at the pinnacle of yourself? Have you reached the full 360 degrees of yourself? Or are you just, this is a chessboard, okay? And can y'all see that? Chessboard, and the chessboard, 8 squares, black and white, alternate up and down, and then on the chessboard you have the front row of pawns. There are 8 pawns, and inside the pawn is the police or the knights, and inside the knights that move like a hammer, 1 square up, 2 squares over, or 1 square down, 2 squares over, or 2 squares up, 1 square over, moves like a hammer. And then inside the police or the knights are the bishops. Didn't I make reference to Israel and Palestine and black church and white church and a God or serving an energy outside of yourself? Oh, you're not good enough. No, you're not a God. You have to submit. You have to be subservient. When I opened the show and did the breathing, did you see the chi and feel the energy coming into me? I control my destiny. I straighten my spine. I raise my chin, level my head, open up my liquid fluid pineal gland that is balanced. I keep myself balanced inside of me. I believe in me. And last week I was dealing with the numbers. Well, I'm going to get to those numbers. Let me get through the chessboard. All right, inside the hammer moving pieces, the police are the bishops. How do the bishops move in the chessboard? Diagonally or slanted. There's a black bishop and a white bishop. They speak United Snakes. They speak that kind of, I believe in God. You need the blood of Jesus to save your dumbass. Whether you're black, white, melanin recessive, inbred, mutant, albino, melanin dominant, you need Jesus. Do you hear me? I am telling you what you need to believe. Does that make sense? So, bishops, moving diagonal, got my chessboard, show you how those pieces, this chessboard here is the chess game that has the rooks. The rooks are the wall. They move straight up and down. Then you have your knights, you have your bishop, and then you have your king and queen. The queen is the most powerful piece on the board. She can move like the rook up and down the whole. She can move like the bishop. She can't move like the hammer. She can't move like the knight. But she can move any number of squares on that 8x8 board. Now the king, you capture the king, game over. And he can only move, he's impotent. He can only move one square at a time. One square up, one square down. He moves like the compass, but only one square. But you capture him, game over. Now, our ancestors, they built the pyramids before there was a Moses. 4,000 years from now, this is 2017, so 4,000 years ago, our ancestors built the square base at the bottom. They built the step pyramids in Chichen Itza, the step pyramid in Egypt, or Kemet, if you will. Which language are you aware of? How much education do you have? What success do you have? So, dealing with, let me show you this here. These are the 3 pyramids that I have in my possession. Okay? There's the smooth black one. There's the green one with the steps. Now, are you a pawn? And which step are you on? Where are you at? If there's a square base at the bottom of each one of these, how much of that square, I mean, a square for 90-degree angles, you can put this circle inside that square. Now, Western science and knowledge and information has you stuck on a particular level of stupidity and ignorance. Now, do you tap in to all dimensions of the world? And still, this is a flat piece of paper. This is your circle inside the square. But how do you convey a sphere? You, as black people, melanin-dominant individuals, whose ancestors built such, how did they get the stones in the exact positions? Where did those stones come from? How did they build that building that these buildings can't be recreated today with all of today's technology and science? They have failed miserably trying to, because of the liquid in the pineal gland, there's something more than Laverne and Shirley capping a bottle every day, doing the same redundant, needless activity when we could be going, relax, RA, get to your points, get to the numbers, stay calm, and share the knowledge and information. In dealing with honorable woman, I don't want to give away any of the storyline. It was great information for me as a black man to uncover how we as human beings can be, male or female. And then, let me jump into Collateral Beauty with Will Smith again. Love, death, and time. I'm running out, I got 30 minutes left. So, love, death, and time. That's inevitable. We will love, we will die, and we only here for a limited amount of time. So how will you spend that time? Will you spend that time living on a flat piece of paper inside the circumference that somebody has made available for you? Oh no, you're incapable of tapping in to all 4 dimensions of yourself. No, you must serve an energy outside of yourself. Outside of yourself, no. You must learn to go within yourself. Alright, so let's get beyond that. Let's go into yourself. I showed last week, I was writing numbers. And when you talk about going into yourself, how do you spell that word individual? Number 1 represents an individual. Do you represent me, myself, and I? Do you represent your balance? Me, myself, and I, as you can see here, original Trinity. Are you capable of tapping in to all aspects of who you are? All 4 dimensions. All 360 degrees, 90, 90, 90, 90. 360 degrees, and not just on a flat piece of paper, but become a sphere, a globe within yourself. Tap into your energies. So, individual, individed. Are you individed? Have you found your, what is balance, yin and yang? Have you found the balance? Are you still searching? Can you see that any better? You see that the air bubble? You gotta, that's only in the middle one. Okay, y'all can't see that. I need to figure out how to do that a little better on a black backboard. Black. Don't worry about it. Don't waste time. Now, individual. We as individuals are individed. We have to learn to tap in to all dimensions of who we are. Become well-rounded. Not only on a flat piece of paper, but in a sphere. Now, moving from 1, 2, 3. Me, myself, and I. 4. As you can see, the 4 is drawn. Can y'all see that? The 2 different ways. 2 90-degree angles are in both. Well, in 1, 4, you see it's open up. There's 2 90-degree angles at the bottom, and it's an open top. Now, have you reached the 2 90-degree angles of yourself? 90 and 90. Are you that, at least? As you can see, this particular 4 is a pyramid upside down. And as the stem goes up into the pyramid. Keep up, folks. Look at the 5. The 5 is a 90-degree angle at the bottom. And it's a partial circle. The base. Have you completed, have you come halfway, at least? 6. Are you completing the circle? The circle is a 6, a circle at the bottom of the stem, being rooted and grounded in self. And you're venturing out and up. Have you reached the foundation of yourself? Are you moving up the step pyramid to the pinnacle? On this one, it's a flat plateau. This one, it's a little square. But this one is definitely the point. Now, what do you choose to do? Do you choose to reach the point? And let me share with you, as I'm dealing with so much deep metaphysical. Last week I showed you the title of the books, but I didn't make reference to the African origin of biological psychiatry. And notice the image of the eye. Where is your eye? Where is your eye? He reads, he writes, chapter 2, black dot, black seed. Archetype of humanity 2. George James, 1976, reported that education of the Egyptian priests consisted of specialization in secret systems of language and mathematical symbolism called hieroglyphics. I'll say metaneta. This system was used by the priests in order to conceal secrets and mystical meaning of their doctrines. The mystery system of Egypt employed modes of spoken language which could be understood only by the initiated. These consist of myths, parables, and a secret language called Senzar. Egyptians attached numerical value to words. Egyptians attached numerical values to word, letters, and to geometrical figures to perform the same mystical function as in hieroglyphics. Now, some of what I just stated about the sphere, balance, numbers, some of this knowledge and information is written about and is out there. You can study it, or you can take the time to go within yourself and figure out who you are and what is your purpose in life. So, let's get back to Facebook. Let's bring Facebook online and cut, boom, and go up Brother R.A.'s page. We discussed the square. Malcolm X explained how cops get away with murder. Y'all can go to my page, Bro R.A. on Facebook. Taking back. All right. Taking back the people. The facts. Black-owned businesses only get 2% of black consumer dollars. If black customers spent 10% more of their income in black businesses, it would generate 1 million jobs for African Americans. After the government, black businesses are the biggest employer of African Americans. Okay? So, I'm just putting knowledge out there. Who are we as melanin dominant people? What do we stand for? What are we about? I was discussing the football game. I shouldn't be this harsh saying such things, but I do feel that way. I have felt that way. Melanin dominant, melanin recessive. Melanin recessive, in my book, is a mutation because it doesn't look like the parents. It doesn't look like the black parents. So I said, Mutant Roth versus Mutant Brady. So this was the Pittsburgh Steelers versus the New England Patriots game. And I made the statement, the game is up to the defense. Because the defense in that game, OMG. Can you buy the win? Where was it that he took the folded card and put it there to see if it was a touchdown or not? If you take the piece of paper and it's folded and you let it open up, no, you just want to take the card, one piece of paper, and stick it there and see if it's a first down. You don't need the paper to open up. And then Steelers, Patriots, both mutant quarterbacks, but Pittsburgh has black coach, and his chi was working, but there's something about, I don't know if it's money or if it's Bill Belichick and Tom Brady's chi, they figured how to tap in, but what? How do you determine a touchdown? When his knee touches or when his back is half and half on the goal line? And the referee can make the decision. Alright, enough about the football. P. Diddy, yo, I would invest some money in an all-black team. If we could get a black owner, a black coach, and a black quarterback, yes, I would be willing to put money into that type of team. And I wouldn't give a fuck if you called them the North Carolina Niggers. We had to run from North Carolina anyhow. What my nana do from South Carolina? She said, I'm tired of picking cotton. I'm taking my ass to work in the shipyards in Maine. Found her man up there. So, it doesn't matter what you call me as long as I know that I'm within myself. I'm tapping into me. I'm revealing myself to me. What's the other DVD I watched? Words. Y'all keeping up? I'm throwing a lot of shit out there. Words. What do words mean? Nigger, inbred mutant albino, melanin dominant, melanin recessive. That's a means of the ancient communication. Now, I can communicate with you non-verbally. I have that ability. I have that chi. I have that innate energy within me. Spending time with myself, sitting still, going deep within my dantian, 2 inches below my navel, taking the earth's energy, the melting rock, rising up through the pores and the balls and heels of my feet, all that earth energy melting, rising up. And I take in the heaven energy through the soft spot in my crown, the yarmulkes cover that spot in the Jewish religion. But is that because it's calcified? And they don't want people to recognize or they have that ability and just tap in? Tap into yourself. Forget the language and all this education, success, blah. No, it's about you, an undivided individual, unsure, imbalanced. You haven't made, have you made any steps up the pyramid? Not only from the flat surface, but acknowledge the inner chambers. If there are 4 corners and there's 4 sides to the pyramid, are you going not only up but in their inner chambers inside the pyramids? This so how would someone convey this information from 4,000 years ago to you as we enter into 2018, quote unquote, BCE? That was before current era. Now we have BC. Now we have what, AD? After dickhead? I'm sorry. RA, insurpassable justice. That's what I'm moving towards. Now, Facebook hand notes. Okay, so I talked about Mutant Roth and Mutant Brady and the ending of that game, and the black man ended up with the ball in his hand and took the knee, and they just ate up the clock and they win. That's New England over the Pittsburgh Steelers, but I swear that black man and his chi. Now, speaking of black men, this is the real Super Bowl as far as I'm concerned. Cam Newton versus Russell Wilson. That's this coming Sunday. Yes, we're talking about Cam Newton for the North Carolina Panthers versus Russell Wilson for the Seattle Seahawks. And let's continue on. All those words. Oh, I did make reference to the winter solstice. Y'all, let me show you that again. You see the pretty picture? And that picture brings you to the understanding that the earth is 23.4 degrees not on center. Straight up and down is what the winter solstice represents. Up and down, okay? That's tomorrow. This is 12. Tomorrow is the 20th. The 21st. Today's the 20th. Okay? So straight up and down, not the axis, but the winter solstice. And when this was straight up and down, before Mars and Venus almost collided, I don't have my magnets, but you understand the polarity between magnets, the positive and negative energy. And when the two spheres, Mars and Venus, worlds in collision, Immanuel Velikovsky, when those planets came close enough to the Earth, it upset Earth's axis and tilted it. But prior to that, the Earth's axis was straight up and down, and only melanin-dominant people on the face of the planet Earth. There was no need to inbreed and have sex with family members because there was a lot of tropical environments to live in. And it wasn't cold, dark, overcast, where, oh my God, there's no women, most of the people died, and I'm the king of the chessboard. And the only women that are around are related to me. Arctic Circle. I'm just making points. Let's move on. 10 minutes left. Did I get to all my points? Oh, ha! Do you own yourself? Are you capable of tapping into your own divinity, your own infinity? I mean, in dealing with all of these things, I mean, words, collateral, beauty. I'm not even going to discuss the storyline, but Will Smith and the folks that were cast did an excellent job in both these movies. Collateral beauty, dealing with love, death, and time. How are you spending your time? Are you spending your time going into your mind, going into yourself? Are you just a flat circle? Are you a circle at all? Are you that circle tapping in? All right, I'll leave that alone. I see I have some more notes that I wish to make reference to. I got to 4, right? Oh, I got to 6. Okay, now, how do you make your 7? When you look at the number 7, we're talking about the archaic or the ancient Egyptian hieroglyphics that I made reference from, the African origins of biological psychiatry. How do you make your 7? We have a 7. We have an 8. We have a 9. And we have a 10. Now, which step are you on? On the step pyramid. Where are you? Do you own yourself? In owning yourself, are you capable of tapping in? Capable of developing your inner chi, your inner energy? Are you capable? Which pyramid are you? Did I bring that up? Okay. Which step are you on? You on the first step? Are you a pawn? Are you moved up? Developed yourself? Who are you? You see the wooden, that's a mother feeding its baby. What do you feed your children? What type of media do you expose to your family? 7 minutes left. There's 7. Okay, so I went from 6, the circle at the bottom. Circle at the bottom. And the stem going up. But now, 7. It's almost the part of a pyramid or a point. Are you at least the straight line? Are you moving towards the top? Have you gotten to the number 8? 2 circles? You can make that 8 to look like this. The 2 circles. The 2 circles of infinity. Now, 2 circles. Are you with me? Keep up! Education! Think! It's not illegal yet, you dumb fucks! I'm sorry. Insurpassable justice, R.A. You can't talk negatively to people and expect them to learn. You have to deal and delve deeper within myself. Relax, and this is what? Love, death, time. I'm allowing my mind to tap in. I have my 2 spheres. Now, the 9 is, what is that 9? The circle at the top. Looking at the pyramids. The circle at the top of the 9. Now, is that only because it's a flat piece of paper? Or is there depth? Is that a sphere? Now, looking at the 10, I'm that undivided individual. I have become one with my motherfucking self. I don't give a fuck what language I'm speaking. Suck ass dick, R.A. Yes, I'm still my individual motherfucking self. And I'm that sphere. I'm that globe. Oh shit, I got 45 seconds left. Did I reach all my points? I showed the gifts down to 20 seconds. Can I read this? This is gonna be hard. Can you handle the truth? Keep it on the download. Nobody has to know it exists. I'm a Jewish, melanin recessive, inbred mutant albino with a calcified pineal gland. I'm so upset. I'm so different from my melanin dominant black parents. They have a liquid fluid pineal gland. They are gifted. They come first. Can Jewish people say that? Thank you for being with me, Brother R.A. I've been your host. Bye.